Hello everyone, welcome to Palette Talk. I don't have an intro song or anything fun like that because it is currently a one-woman show with one camera and one microphone. So hopefully I'll get that soon, but for now I don't have it. My name is Victoria Page. I go by VP. And if you don't give a fuck who I am, then just skip to the first episode. I wanted to just do a solo episode to begin, to tell you guys who I am, how I got this idea, and my goals for it. So I guess I'll just get right into it. Who am I? I am essentially a basic white bitch from the Midwest who loves artwork and creativity and plants and to be barefoot. And I'm pretty chaotic, honestly. I already stepped in paint like twice today. And if you saw what it looks like behind the camera, you would be scared. But I'm an engineer by day. I work on transmission lines, like power lines, and I love math and science. That's why I went into engineering. And essentially, once I was released into having a full-time job, I just kept putting art on the back burner because being an engineer is a lot of alone time, which I love. Huge fan of alone time. But I was always putting art and painting and sewing and crocheting on the back burner just because I needed to have more social interaction. So I was prioritizing friends and just doing fun things. I live in Denver, so I do a lot of camping and skiing and hiking and all that fun stuff. And then when 2025 rolled around, I just wanted to make painting a priority again. And I was like, I should start painting once a week again like I used to. I used to paint once a week. And I was like, why don't I just combine that with hanging out with somebody? I used to do that a lot in college. I used to paint and hang out with friends and drink wine, and it was probably one of the best times I can remember, and how much fun it was to just do arts and crafts with friends. Everybody should do arts and crafts with friends. Being creative is being vulnerable, and being vulnerable with friends is good. So yeah, it's kind of how I got the idea. I guess I actually got the idea back in 2021 when my boyfriend booked a backyard concert with Sam Birchfield. If anybody knows who that is, check him out. He has good music. And I was like, wow, it would be a great idea to paint a painting with him and then auction off his painting to a fan and give that money to charity. So that is exactly what the premise is of this show. The goal is to hopefully get people excited about artwork and painting and creativity. And then the plan is to auction off the paintings that we make and give that money to a charity of the guest's choice. I feel like when you get people excited about charity, I feel like it really brings out what people are passionate about. And usually when you're passionate about something, it's inspiring And inspiration is really the basis of all creativity, isn't it? So yeah, my first guest is just a friend. It probably will just be friends for a while. Hopefully I can start getting people who have a following that would be interested in purchasing a painting of theirs. But that's going to take a lot of time and begging and practice. I would like to mention that I'm not the best painter in the world. Not even close. This painting was supposed to be a jellyfish. And it looks like what I would paint in my bedroom when I was like 6. Which I love. Who doesn't love a 6-year-old's paintings? They're the most inspirational humans, aren't they? Children. Which, side note, my parents did let me just have free reign of my bedroom as a kid, and I used to paint my walls a different color every couple months. And they were just like, they couldn't stop me, honestly. There was one time that my parents were out of town, and I convinced, I think it was my sister, to drive me to Home Depot, and I sneaky bought myself a can of black paint, and I painted the entire bedroom black. And my parents came home and they were like, well, have at it. Just finish what you started at least. And I painted doodles all over the fucking walls. And then I painted it purple and polka dots. I painted it blue with polka dots. Big polka dot fan. Yeah. I think I've just always had a knack for doing things myself and trying things, and curiosity. That's really all artwork is. Any type of artwork, really. Drawing, poetry, comedy is really just curiosity. What would this look like? What would this sound like? And I just love that. So, what am I painting right now? I'm probably not going to get finished with the whole thing by the time I'm done, but I am painting the background for this show. It was originally, like I said, going to be a jellyfish, and it was going to say something silly along the lines of just super basic palette talk season 1. But then, this morning, I was reading a poem. I got a book called Devotions by Mary Oliver for my birthday. And I try to do a gratitude journal every morning. And I just write down a few things I'm thankful for. And then if I have time, I'll read a couple poems out of that book. And I came across this line. And the line says, love yourself, then forget it, then love the world. And I don't know why that hit me so hard or why I felt so inspired by it. Maybe because that's what I'm trying to do here, is love the world. Or it's a way of me showing that I love the world. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's such a great feat in life when you learn how to love yourself. I think self-love is like basically the basis of everything that we do, and it comes up in every aspect of our life. And some people go their whole lives trying to love themselves, and I am lucky enough to have figured that out relatively young. Some people were taught it by their parents. Lucky them. But probably my late teens, early 20s, I figured out what that was all about. I think what I'm working on now is forgetting that. I think it's hard to accept that you're different every single day. And you have to love yourself regardless of that. And then once you accept that and embrace that piece of yourself, forget it. And then you can love the world. And I just feel like that's so powerful. Like, everybody knows that person that's bursting out of the seams with excitement and happiness, and you just can't help but be happy when you're around them. And I feel like that's kind of what we're all striving for. And I just feel like loving the world is really just having empathy for the world and just understanding we're all just a product of our environment. And we all know what we know. And it's just important to stay curious and learning and to talk to people and, I don't know, to just learn, I guess. So yeah. I didn't really realize I only had one shot at this, because I only have one painting to paint and record myself painting, but I am not doing this as quick as I thought, / I did not have anything prepared. I'm really just going off the cuff here. But if you cared at all, / your phone fell between your seats and you're driving or something, thank you for listening thus far. I am going to turn off my microphone and finish this painting up. I'll speed up the video while I do it. And yeah, listen to episode number 1 next week. It should be a fun time. At least for me, anyway. Hopefully her too. All right. There you have it. Now, this will not be for sale. It will be the background for the podcast. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this if you did. If not, no hard feelings.